A strange cosmic object was seen flying over the planet on October 14th, 2017. But no one had any idea about it. After some days, that particular object was seen traveling out of the solar system. Stay connected as we are going to see what that object was and how was it seen.
The whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots.
Something about the mysterious object. Robert Warwick, astronomer of Hawaii at Manoa, saw the object with the help of his panoramic survey telescope. He saw the flying object and later said it had a weird shape and speed and made strange movements in space. It was the first ever case when such an object was seen. Thus, it was named Oumuamua. Astronomers were given just 11 days to observe that visitor as it was moving at a speed 3 times greater than the movement of the Earth around the Sun. After 11 days, it became so small and was undetected when it left the solar system and was never seen again. Observations of the scientists about the movement. Exciting things were revealed when Oumuamua was tracked during its solar system visit. All astronomers believed it would follow the hyperbolic movement due to the gravitational force acting on it. Later, they observed that gravitational force was not setting fit on the actions of that object. Some additional acceleration was seen acting on the object as it moved at a speed of 90,000 kilometers per hour. An assumption was made that it could be gaining directions from Vega, the distant star residing 237 trillion kilometers away from Earth. Vega is like an elongated cigar, and the research revealed that this star is zipped to our Sun, and during the flight, it went through a slick return and started hurtling in another direction. Here, 2 things were quite surprising for the scientists. First was the mysterious acceleration when it moved away from the Sun, as it was hard to conclude why it happened so far and the composition of that star. The second thing is its shape, which was 10 times longer than its width. Before Oumuamua, space had objects that were only 3 times larger than their width. Results of the research being carried out. With the passing years, global and scientific journals kept assuming about it. It was said to be a solid hydrogen mass. Some named it the waste of space, or could be an artificial construction of an extraterrestrial civilization, as said by a Harvard astronomer. It, for once, challenged fundamental physics and baffled everyone when it reached this close to the Sun. While getting close to the Sun, the object gained enormous speed and started going away from the solar system. Speed was about 95,000 kilometers per second, and it was sure that it was escaping the gravitational pull of stars. Even with this speed, the flight was smooth enough and was opposite to the flight observed when objects outgassing occurred. These strange behaviors from some naturally occurring comets are bizarre. By October 27, 2014, it was observed moving towards the Pegasus constellation. And even with this advanced technology, it was not caught up or photographed. We can say this data is all we could capture from that flight. But all the strange attributes make one clear stance that it could be some alien spacecraft. A new study also suggests that many cosmic visitors will show this kind of weird character when they visit planet Earth. Scientists at first thought it would be some random object. Still, later, they named it an asteroid. Oumuamua had been called a comet when the researchers saw strange, non-gravitational behavior. Study conducted by Shmuel Bialy. Coming towards the study conducted by Shmuel Bialy, a postdoctoral at ITC. He said that no comet explanation is satisfactory here, as no coma or tail was attached to the Oumuamua. He came up with some genuine reason that Oumuamua could be a smaller fragment of some large object traveling in space, and that enormous speed could be a result of the kick it faced while detaching. This kind of movement could be for once, but Oumuamua continuously exhibited enormous non-gravitational behavior. By this, Bialy made a new hypothesis that sunlight was causing this motion. A recent study also says that the pressure of solar radiation can be responsible for non-gravitational movements. For example, Oumuamua had a thickness ranging from 0.3 to 0.9 millimeters. So what could this gossamer be then? Bialy and Loeb also suggested light sails. Some of that is useful in harnessing the momentum of moving electrons in space. Humanity demonstrated this technology when Japan's Ikaros probe tracked the neighborhood of Venus in 2010. They further said that Oumuamua was able to survive interstellar environment for a long time. They said this based on the quantity of gas and soil in interstellar regions and the speed observed during that object's flight. It was also noticed that Oumuamua could make 16,000 light-years from its home region. However, Oumuamua is still a mystery as no exact thing has been found all this time. This part played an essential role in the research of extraterrestrial intelligence. He said they are working on evidence and have an anomaly in the collected data. That anomaly existed when one orbit deviated from the Kepler orbit, and there is no viable explanation for it. When claiming that object to be an alien spacecraft, Bialy and Loeb also think that it might be junk of any strange space, and they threw with incredible speed. Theories were also made of it being a dysfunctional spacecraft that accidentally came here, or the reconnaissance aircraft that was sent to Earth to have an eye on the solar system. There are many reasons to accept this theory. Bialy says that finding the reality of Oumuamua is more challenging than it seems, as there was no other of this kind seen until now. The motion exhibited by Oumuamua was similar to the movement of Milky Way galaxies. That is why it is tough to find the origin of that object. Astronomers also used the Green Blank Telescope in West Virginia and the Allen Telescope in Northern California to have any possible clue to find the reality of Oumuamua. Still, until now, they haven't gained any specific clue about it. Regardless, it is quite fascinating that a strange visitor in a vehicle with unfamiliar infrastructure visited us. Humans are hoping for another visit from shortly, as the news is also circulating that aliens themselves are coming to Earth very soon. This theory gained importance as many unidentified things have also been observed in the past. The number is increasing with every passing day. Scientists on the missions return with extraordinary stories about those unidentified objects. These kinds of sightings are not new, as when Neil Armstrong went to the moon, he saw many strange vehicles parked there in a line. Those objects are also assumed to be in use by some extraterrestrial beings. They are named extraterrestrial as they are not limited to space only, but rare sightings have shown that those vehicles were disappearing in the deep waters. Thus, it is assumed that this Oumuamua was also sent by those aliens to check on the planet Earth. What is your take on Oumuamua? Drop comments in the section below and remember to give thumbs up to the video if you find it interesting. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you get notified when any new content comes your way. We hope to see you soon with fantastic information regarding all the space activities.